I've been a huge fan of this brand for quite a while, and up until just about a year ago, really got introduced to this brand a little bit more, and that is Nubeo. So there's so many things that I'm impressed on with Nubeo. Their ideas, their creativity just never seems to stop. They just keep on moving and moving and moving with creativity and partnerships out there. And just the quality and thought that really goes along with everything just really makes this brand truly special to me. And I'm sure a lot of you also out there. So I'm going to be going through 3-4 different watches here tonight in terms of what we have for Nubeo. I'm just double checking everything here, making sure everything is in line. And yeah, it's a really fun, exciting brand. And then also just at the end of the live stream here, I'm just going to just do my little short personal tribute to Felix Torres. He was a huge member of the watch community and unexpectedly passed away last week. So I'll just say a few words about my friend, your friend, and if you haven't heard about Felix before, you could definitely hear him coming down the hallway. So yeah, I'll just say my few words about him. Just a great guy. But yeah, so to Nubeo, we have Christopher White. Hey, thank you for being here. Tim Shaw and Bob is here, and I know many of you, there are many others of you, so thank you for being here. Watch Junkie is here, saying hi to both me and also the chat. So yeah, let's we'll give some hearts today to Nubeo and also with to Felix here. So appreciate that. Okay, well let's start out here. I just gave my quick little intro. Now here's the deal. Tonight with these new launches, and I like the word launch, that really plays into every single one of these 3 watches. Thank you for all the hearts here for Felix and also for Nubeo. And I know Felix bought Nubeo watches also outside of Invicta. So what we have here, I like it. These are new launches here of timepieces, and that goes into play with every single one of these timepieces here because Nubeo really focuses on that space exploration and also that underwater, that deep sea exploration also, which are 2 things I'm really passionate about. I think that it's really cool. It plays in extremely well with just me and who I am. All right, look at this. We have Tanya's here also. Lewis, thank you for saying hi. Everybody say hi here. Would love to be able to hear that here during the course today. All right, so I'm going to start off with the first timepiece. All these watches, I want you to know tonight, all the timepieces I'm presenting and in their each respective colorways are going to be numbered limited editions to 100 per color variations. You'll be able to see right here, I have number 13 of 100 that goes along here for this timepiece. So what we're looking at right here, and again, I just love the packaging. It goes along with Nubeo. Let me just get the correct one up here for what I have going on. We have the, 1 second, right here. Okay, so what this is officially titled, it's the Nubeo 48mm Ulisses automatic open heart silicone strap watch. So again, this watch will come in a nice box, first of all. Then there's a protective coating that goes along with your numbered limited edition on here. Then there's a beautiful box from Nubeo, nice and quality. There's even extra foam on the inside, which I really genuinely appreciate. I love Nubeo's packaging. And look at this presentation right here for the Ulisses. All right, check that out. Now this is one of 4 different color variations. You're ordering by the strap. I have actually the orange. There's a white and a yellow and also blue. So there's also one other version which is on here on the live stream. It's going to be the iridescent. It's actually technically a different SKU. So you can, I'll put that up here in just a minute. But love the presentation. Let's take out the watch. You'll be able to see right here also you can lift up. It's going to be your limited edition card that's going to coordinate with everything here on the timepiece. I mean, Nubeo does it right. I really like it. They just they don't cut any of the corners. Okay. Let's talk about this timepiece because this is a really big deal and I want you to look at it. We said there are 4 different color variations. The regular price, now here's the deal. On all the watches tonight, I'm telling you the price, but automatically at checkout, if you order tonight during the live stream, you're going to get 20% off of these Nubeo orders. So go ahead, place that order. You're going to get So this for example is $350. So this will be another 70 off. So it brings it down to like 280 here for this timepiece, numbered, limited edition. We'll talk more about this. So let's talk about this watch here for just a moment. So we're talking about, you know, the launch that really went on with this with the Ulisses, and actually I think it was back in 1992. It was launched to really sort of study the sun and everything else, just really throughout, through all the way from Jupiter over, because when the satellite launched, it went out, it took the gravitational force around the sun, and they made discoveries that went along, and it has a little bit of a similar shape. If you look it up online, you can see what the Ulisses looked like. And what's really cool about this timepiece too is right here. If you look, you'll see these 3 silver dots. And those 3 silver dots, actually, what they represent is it's right on the it's on the very back. It's right where the high gain antenna was mounted. So it was in these 3 different pieces, and the antenna came out and they all met up. So it had that 3 sort of antenna that went all the way through. So you can just see the level of detail that goes on. Look at the case back also. For the timepiece, it's just not a flat case back that goes along. You have your numbered limited edition. Let me see what else I couldn't quite see from right there. Yeah, the automatic numbered limited edition here for this watch. So what you're going to get here is you have the automatic movement with the balance wheel that's moving down below. You have some nice luminescence markers that go around for index markers here for the timepiece. And then you have your hour, minute, and second hand that go along here for the watch. And then I want to show you something here too. This is something I really appreciate. Now this is what we call, and I haven't seen this for a while, a stacked case design. Now look at this, that stacked case design here, 3 different pieces, just like a sandwich, if you will. They've just all been perfectly just CNC machined. You can't even really feel that. And look at, you have all 8 of these screws on the back here that keep this level, the black level, and the other silver tone level together here for this watch. So I think it's just a truly amazing build. You got the packaging that goes along, the representation of the Ulisses that was doing all this space exploration. You know, some of the stuff that came up, I did a little bit of research on it. We're talking about interstellar dust. It measured interstellar dust flowing into our solar system at rates up to 30 times higher than previously thought. The solar wind was actually coming from the poles is faster and more stable than at the equator. And it recorded that the solar wind pressure dropped to a 50-year low, talking about the magnetic fields with this whole space exploration that goes along too. And it was 18 years for this whole space exploration. So, I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. And I think it was Europe actually combined with NASA to be able to create this and to collect and harvest that data and really just learn a lot just about our really local space exploration. All right, thank you guys for all the hearts here. We have Michael, Phil, Cindy from Montana. Thank you, Cindy from Montana. She says, I finally made one, Ryan. Well, I appreciate you being here. Yes, let's see who else. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Michael. Lewis is here. Michael says, good evening, fellow collectors, and Ryan. Our sincere condolences to Felix, family, and friends. Yes, I'll be just giving my little personal impromptu tribute here and just memories of Felix just right at the end of the live stream. So, all right. I talked about all the different color variations, you guys, that go along for this watch. If you would like, there is, and I'll pin it right now. There is an iridescent variation also. Same watch, same thing that goes along with the timepiece. And let's just go through some of the metrics for the watch here because I haven't done that yet. And we'll move on. So we have the mechanical automatic here on the inside, the balance wheel. 48 millimeters by 12 millimeters. I'll just double check here with my calipers. So we'll go 12 to 8. It looks like such a smooth design here. So we're looking at about 46 actually. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 45 millimeters. And then we're looking at about, what does that say? Is that 12? 17? 17 millimeters. Okay, so this one's just a little bit off. And then, let's see, the case strap, or the strap design, let's see how far that will go up to. Let's see who else is here. Let me just look really quick. Godfather, hey, thank you for being here, Godfather. Okay. And we're looking at about a 9.5-inch wrist. Pretty generous. I'm impressed with that. Wow. So if it's always goes up to, if it goes up to the 9.5-inch wrist, let's just go down and see what size it will be right here. So 9.5, and we can look at probably about a 7. Let me just make sure this fits my wrist. I'm right at 6 3/4, 7-inch, right around there. Okay. Oh yeah, yep. I could probably, because it's silicone, I have a little bit of give, but I could easily wear it. But yeah, if you have a 6.5-inch wrist, this watch won't work for you. But look at that. That looks sharp. I love the design. I love too, the fact of the matter is with this watch, you're getting the mineral crystal, 30 meters of atmosphere that goes along here. You know, that high gain antenna on the case back, the stacked case design. You can see even with the different colors here for the timepiece. I mean, packaging, this is just a sweet timepiece. All right, let's see. Tanya's here. That's great. Good to see you guys. All right, well, let me move on here real quick, and I'm gonna go on to the next item, put everything back. And remember, with Nubeo, you're going to get that 2-year warranty that goes along too. And there's a QR code to register your timepiece that comes on the watch. It's right here. So it's really easy. You just scan it, fill out the information, and then you're just really good to go here with the warranty that goes along with the watch. All right, let me just cover everything up, and we're going to move on to the next item. Okay. Second one, very, very cool. All right, this is fun. All right, let me just pin it really quick right here. Okay, so I presented a couple timepieces here that go along with Nubeo, and a really partnership that's near and dear to my heart because I am a guy. I had video games growing up. I would put quarters in at the arcade. I still do. I like the pinball that goes along. And so Nubeo has this amazing partnership with Atari. And so we have this new design. All these are new drops that go along. I don't know if you can tell from the artwork here of what this is. If you do, that's awesome. Again, numbered limited edition to only 100 per color variant. If you don't know what this is, it's actually Missile Command. So Missile Command is an iconic, it started out as an arcade game, and then it moved over to Atari after a while. And this has been really, really cool. So it was actually developed, I believe, in 1980 during the Cold War. And basically, the whole premise of the game is like these missiles, is interballistic missiles that are coming down to 6 different cities, and you have to move the cursor around. And then that's where you shoot the counterstrikes to blow up all the missiles or alien spacecraft going across. And yeah, I mean, it was during the Cold War, and it was really almost like controversial, but then it also gained that much more momentum too, and people really wanted it. So here, let's look at the watch right here. Of course, Nubeo is going to go with some extra packaging and extra foam so nothing moves around. And check this out right there. How sweet is that? You have just some of the graphics from the original game right here. And then you have your card over here, and here is the watch. And the watch here from the Missile Command this is going to be, let me just get the different colors here for it. Yes, the Ventana. I mean, this thing is just amazing. So I've really, this watch, I mean, I've liked the Ventana before with the design of it here, that round case design. Now check this out. Now this is different. You're wondering like, hey, wait a second, where are the hands? I'll get to that in just a moment. Let's just talk about the different colors here that go along with this watch. So yes, let me see one other thing just before I talk price really, really quick here. Let me just double check something. Okay. So, okay, this is officially called the Nubeo Men's 50mm Ventana Automatic Atari Missile Command Silicone Strap Watch. 4 different color choices, $500 down to $309, and then that 20% off at checkout. So yeah, here we go, you guys. I mean, this is crazy. So you're gonna get like another $60, almost $62 off. So it's gonna be under that 360 mark, man, right? Or 250, right around 250. Number limited edition, 100 watches per. Okay, so look at this. I talked about no hands on the inside. I'll talk about this on the case back here in just a minute. I mean, this watch is sweet. Okay, going back to this, with the different color choices are going to be yellow, red, which I have, black, and green. All you're ordering by color. and then limited edition per variation to 100. Now, thing is, Shop HQ doesn't have that much inventory. It's either 5 or 10 of each that go along with this. So very limited. If you want to get into it, go ahead. You can check out on the website like what the quantities are. It actually shows you the quantities now. There's some watches that have hundreds out there, but then these are very, very finite because I mean, they're only numbered to a limited number edition, and Nubeo was able to give access to Shop HQ just for a few select ones. Okay, Watch Junkie, yes, this one is cool. Now check this out. What's going to happen? Oh, let me just wipe off here. I got my smudged fingernails on it, or fingers prints. So it's a 3-disc system on the inside of this watch. So the 3 discs that you're going to have, your second hand is right here in the middle where that blue is. So that's going to be turning all the time. You can see it's just moving slowly. And that's basically when you're blowing up the missiles, like right at the end that are incoming. It gives kind of like this little half moon arc that looks like that. And then you have the cursor. The cursor is going to be your minute hand. That's what you're moving around. And that's where the missiles, the missiles from the ground to take out the inner ballistics are actually going to go. And then you have this blue, which is going to be then your hour hand, technically, for the timepiece of this watch. And that's actually right at the initial blow up when your missile blows up to blow up all the other incoming. So if I pull up the crown and I just adjust the time, you can see this right here. So watch this. Here we go. You can see right here the minute hand, which is the cursor that is moving. And then that blue circle then is the hour hand here for the watch. You can see the airplane over here. These are the six cities are down here. And then these are your missiles, the blue going up to counteract the yellow missiles that are actually coming in here. Here's your score at the very top, alien spacecraft. I mean, really, really cool stuff. Now, the thing is too, what I love about Nubeo, one of the things is just their level of detail. I mean, you get to see it right here. Missile Command is done. You saw it with the packaging. But then when you look at the case back, you know, they outdid themselves right here. Look at that. You can see Missile Command, and then the rotor is a custom rotor that's been done, your limited edition. And then right here too, on the case back, they didn't have to do this. But Nubeo's like, you know what? We're better than that. We just want to keep on just amazing people. And so they did. These are the missiles actually being launched up to counter-strike. So I think this is just truly, truly incredible with the designs that they have here. Let's see. This one is cool. My childhood. I know. This is a sweet timepiece. All right. So we're talking about we have the Miyota, the 8215, just a real staple mechanical automatic movement. It was developed back in, I believe, 1977. You have 21 joules for this, 42-hour power reserve, 6 vibrations per second or steps per second, which is 21,600 per hour for the movement on the inside of the watch. You can see how the rotor is moving. Now this, you can hand wind it, or counterclockwise when that rotor turns will also be winding up the timepiece. So you have then an alternating color here for the double keepers that are floating on this watch. A little perforation that it carries along for the timepiece also. And I do like the offset crown, down at that 4 o'clock position here within the watch. Completely round case, different color bezel than the rest of the case here. Let's see what size wrist this will actually fit up to. So we're looking at, another thing too, before I forget, I saw this earlier, right here on the crown. There's the Atari logo. How sweet is that? Just all these little attention to details I just truly love. And just the fact is, it's only you and 99 other people on the entire planet that can actually wear this exact color variation. And it's documented. So 6 1/4 inch wrist size. So we're looking at 6 1/4 inch wrist, all the way up to, what are we looking at? 6 1/4 up to about 8.5 inch wrist. So I'll put the watch on my wrist. You can see what it looks like. The count of sizing. That is right. The count of sizing. All right. It's so cool. Actually, I think I might be bringing my arcade machine out of storage tomorrow and have it here at the house finally. It's been in storage way too long. I think I'm going to bring it out finally. So you can see this. And I'll show you too. I'll just move everything here for a second for you. I already did that. But look at that watch. Beautiful, fun, different color variations out there. Price is down to, let me just double check. I think it's down to $309, so you're going to get like another $60, almost $62 off that. So you're looking right around that $250 to get this timepiece with amazing packaging that goes along, numbered limited edition, and 2-year warranty that's provided to you from Nubeo. And just register the watch when you get home. It's really, really easy, you guys. All right, let me go on here to the final timepiece here of the live stream, and then I'm just gonna say a few words just about Felix. So, all right, let me move on here to the next and final timepiece, and right here. Okay, so again, Nubeo just totally over delivers on the packaging that they have here. And let me just move on to it. And of course, you're going to have this little impact case, this dive case that goes along. Very cool. Double latches, custom for Nubeo too. And then once you open this up, again, you get the extra foam on top. This can come off and it just shows, look how cool that is. Astronaut. I mean, again, I just love the detail that Nubeo does. Now here we go. And you see the watch here. This is number 59 of 100 for the color variation. And we're looking at the Nubeo men's 48mm Apollo automatic one small step limited edition bracelet watch. 3 different color choices, gunmetal, green, and brown. And there are only 5 of each of these. Price is $590. So you're looking at getting, what, almost $120 off that. So it's going to bring it down to $490. Yeah, $480, $470-ish for this watch. Now, here's the cool thing. I mean, there's a couple cool things. First of all, let's take the watch out. And you have this custom, this custom sort of the top that goes on, right? So you can take this out. You can take the watch out. And this watch has some weight, some serious weight to it. And there's also something else right here. And I'll show you that right now. You actually get Neil Armstrong with this watch. Check that out. With the moon space exploration right there. How sweet is that? Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Oh, you did. Sandy got yours yesterday. Sweet, Sandy. All right. So, and look at this. It's just perfectly fit out here within the case. So then, and there's extra foam that goes over on top just to keep everything settled for you. Okay. So you get that. But look at this timepiece, you guys. I mean, I love the weight that goes along here for this automatic, for this timepiece, for the Apollo automatic. And it was back on July 20th, 1969 is when Apollo landed on the moon. And that is when Neil Armstrong said, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And that is also engraved on the case back of this watch. I want you to look at what you're getting in here. So you're getting almost that sort of lunar texture, almost a meteorite look that goes along for the watch. Oversized hour markers, whether they're the luminous dots or the big 12 and 6 that go along here for the timepiece. You have a solid stainless steel bracelet that goes all the way around. Flip lock safety, diver's class, that's a part of this. The Nubeo logo is on the crown. And then here's a big deal, you guys. So what you have right here is right in the case back, you'll be able to see it's like the surface of the moon. Let me just make sure it's the correct way. Here we go. I want you to look at the case back. And so you see it's a surface of the moon. And then if you look in the center, that is where you're getting a fragment of the lunar meteorite that was discovered in Northwest Africa, officially certified from the moon. That is what you get with this timepiece, right in that center portion of this watch. And look at this, you have the timestamp, even the time, and then Neil Armstrong's quote that goes along here with this timepiece. I mean, talk about sweet, right? 3 different color versions. There are only 5 of each that are available here right now. You get the amazing packaging. You get Neil Armstrong right here. You get then your specific numbered limited edition. You get that officially certified genuine fragment of that lunar meteorite, the 7959, material from the moon, all with this timepiece here today. I mean, this is sweet. Look at Godfather. Godfather's like, oh my gosh, that is nice, right? Too cool. Sandy Glover, Watch Junkie. Wow, that is cool. Dynamite timepiece. All right, let's look at the watch here a little bit more. Look at Apollo engraved in off to the west side of the case here for the watch. The extended case back too for this. Tanya likes, you know what? RJ likes too. All right, the Miyota 8215, same movement as the first watch. We had the Ulisses. And so you're getting that 21 joule mechanical automatic, 42-hour power reserve, 21,600 vibrations every single hour. And we're looking at the bandwidth of 24 millimeters. Let me just take my calipers and just double check, just because the specs were off just a little bit on that first Ulysses here too. So 10 to 4, and it's going to be the bezel, because the bezel actually goes a little bit wider. We're looking at what, that 48, 49 millimeters, and the case is going to be just a little bit smaller. Profile, what is that? 18.8 millimeters. Lug to lug, Bob Cohen is on. He always likes that measurement. He asked me, Ryan, can you give me that measurement? Right here. What does it say? 56.4, is that right? Yeah, 56.4. Bracelet on this timepiece. This bracelet, I mean, this watch is heavy. I'm going to weigh it. So we're looking at 23.8, 24, and it's going to go down to 20. All right. I mean, I love the fit, the feel. You got the upgraded, look at this. You get the flip lock safety diver's clasp on the watch right here. And then you push button, deploy it, scissor style clasp. Nubeo does it right. All right. I'll get out the Kona sizing. Holy smokes. 9.5-inch wrist for this watch. 9.5-inch wrist. I have to do the weight. I haven't done the weights on anything else. Let me just do this real quick. I mean, the case, if you guys like a heavier watch, this is it. Okay. 276 grams, which is going to equate to 9.6 ounces here for this watch. Just a real nice weight and feel that goes along with the timepiece. I'll put it on my wrist. And look at that. I can easily check that out. Yeah. What a beauty. Nubeo just nailed it. Nailed it. Every single one of these watches tonight. Let me just see one thing really quick. I don't know if I think my batteries are getting low in my flashlight. Let me just see really quick here what will happen with the lume. Oh, look at this. And I don't know what the representation of, oh, maybe it's just, look at this, you guys. 3 different colors on the inside here for the lume. Hands, you get the orange also. How sweet is that? I mean, they just keep on crushing it. Unidirectional rotating bezel on the watch, 120 clicks all the way around. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Hey, Ali. Thank you for being here, bud. Yeah, I know. Isn't this watch amazing? Okay. So here are the 3 watches, you guys. Right here. So we have the Apollo at 48, 49 millimeter. $590, you get 20% off at checkout. Then, let me just go right here. We're going to go back to the, real quick, right here, the Mission. All right, here's the second one, Missile Command. 500 to 309 plus another $60 off. Look at this. Custom case back. Love the packaging. It goes along with the watch. And then the final option right here, option number 1, which actually that's the iridescent one. So this is the Ulisses right here. Great timepiece. This timepiece, the Ulisses, that's the most affordable one. And that price is going to be, what was it? What did we say it was? The price, $350. So you're going to get another $70 off right here. Look at that. Beautiful packaging goes along with it, you guys. All right. I mean, I could talk about that forever. I'm supposed to keep the live streams really around that half-hour mark here. Yeah, good lume. That's right. So yeah, real quick, I just wanted to say, you know, we talked about, you know, Kendi had passed a little bit earlier, you know, a little over a month ago, and Sean Wilsey this year too. And it's just, I don't know, it's been a really hard year, it seems like, here, just with a lot of different things. And so I got a phone call, I think it was on Saturday, And I was informed that Felix Torres passed away unexpectedly here last week, and so that was a big one. If you don't know Felix, he was very vocal. He was very vocal in the watch community. He started, I think it was in August of 2022. He bought his first watch from the network, Shop HQ, and it was Invicta. And he was primarily Invicta, but then he sort of branched out to others like Nubeo and other timepieces also. But Felix amassed just a massive collection in just a short amount of time, over a couple of years. I mean, he was up to over 400 or 500 different watches, and he was always extremely vibrant on the phone. He would call in all the time, and he was just always full of positive praise and just excitement. And I'll tell you this, he loved the watch community. He just loved the watch community and just everybody in it. You know, that guy, he was genuine. He would just reach out at randomness and just check in and see how I was doing. And he's just like, hey, we haven't spoken for a while. Just want to see how you're doing, Ryan. And I know on top of that, he was a really, really hard worker. He worked his tail off, and he loved what he did. He really did. He would drive to Godfather's and attend Godfather's barbecues. And I know he was expected to be at this one here for Godfather with his 70th birthday barbecue here. But Felix was always kind, always genuine. He spoke the truth. Even sometimes maybe it didn't always come out right, but he always had great intentions. And he is deeply missed. And I know he was really excited. He, I believe it was his first granddaughter was on the way. And unfortunately, he never was going to have the chance to meet her. And so that's really hard. That's really hard. So hats off to Felix. Watches off to Felix. Here's a photo I have of him here, just in case you haven't seen him before. But he loved being at events. He loved just being part of the crowd. He loved talking with people. He loved talking about watches, and he remembered a lot of everything too, of what was just said out there and who had what and everything else. And he was very proud of his collection. He was very proud of his family. And he was just very proud of all the friends that he made and that welcomed him, because he came in later into the watch community, and he just really, really loved and appreciated that. So, yeah, I mean, I miss him already. I'll deeply miss him, and Felix will never be forgotten. So, yeah. Michael, no news yet. Sandy, there is automatically at checkout 20% off. Yeah, and thank you, Michael. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to end here tonight. So appreciate each and every one of you being here. And yeah, maybe just think about a good memory about Felix here tonight. Something good, great interaction you had. And just remember that guy. He was one of the good ones. And yeah, Bob said just a great guy. I will be on tomorrow on TikTok for you guys, and that will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for an hour. So check that out, see what we have, and I'll probably be on, I think, Friday night also for that hour too. So you guys have a good night. You know, think about Felix a little bit here too. You can see some posts on social media also about him, but yeah, really good guy, great friend of mine, and so many others, and a big loss here to so many. So you guys have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you on TikTok tomorrow. Okay, take care.